My name's Kate and I'm the Countryside Learning Officer at Clinton Devon Estates, and I coordinate the Kingfisher Award for Devon. My how-to is going to show you how to grow some of this lovely grass. In fact, I'm stood in a field full of the stuff, but we're going to start with some things that you've got in school. The first thing I've got is some lovely compost, some grass seed, and the most important thing is the container that we're going to start to grow our seeds in. Now you might have some plant pots like these lying around at school or at home. If not, then read the recycling. See if you can find a tin or a yogurt pot or some container like that. Sometimes good to put some holes in the bottom, and that will let the water drain out to stop the soil getting too waterlogged. Or you can be a bit more creative. We can grow grass in anything at all. You might want to use an eggshell, an old welly boot, or even a sock. You put the grass seed down first, then the compost, and your grass will grow in anything. The most important thing to get your seeds to germinate is two main things. The seed needs to be in contact with the soil, so that the moisture in the soil, we've got lovely moist soil full of lovely worms here, can start it to germinate. So I'm going to fill my pot with some compost, give it a little shake, maybe press it down a bit. We want it to have a little bit of air in it still. We want to squash all of those air gaps out. So nice and full, like so. And then we've got the grass seed. Grass seed is really dry, so we need to make sure it's got good contact with the soil. So I'm just going to press it down, and I'm just putting mine on the top of this pot, but you might put your grass seed in another container. All you need to do is make sure it's got good contact with the soil. That's going to mean that the moisture will come out of the soil and start the germination process, start that seed producing a new plant, part of the life cycle all over again. So we've got our seeds on the soil, nice and damp. I'm just going to cover them over a little bit. It doesn't really matter. Grass seeds will germinate even when there's a little bit of light. They don't need to be in the dark. The only two things they really need is moisture and a bit of warmth, and that speeds up the germination process and gets them off to a really, really good start. Once the seed has started to grow, you'll see lots of lovely green shoots coming up. They'll have put their roots down into the soil, lovely green shoots. And then if you want, you can create a crazy hairstyle. You can give it a haircut. You can give it a kind of mohawk punk style, whatever you like. Grass is a really important crop on lots of farms, particularly this one, which is a dairy farm. So this field here is quite a long way from where the cows live. So instead of them coming out here and grazing it, in the summer, the grass here, the crop will be cut and then preserved over winter, stored for the cows to eat when they're inside in the winter, nice and warm.